Hello everyone, I'm the EFC and this is Blue Lines TV. Welcome to another Chelsea Transfer Daily video. I've got a few stories to talk about for today. I'm going to be talking about Wilfried Zaha, I'm going to be talking about Rugani, I'm going to be talking about Rob Green as well, and I'm going to be talking about Milinkovic-Savic. But you guys, you know what the deal is. Smash that like button, help me get more than 500 likes for today's video, and press the bell notification button as well to stay tuned to all things Blue Lines TV. Now you guys, I'm going to be starting with the Wilfried Zaha story. Now this story is coming from Coral, which is a betting site. Now this ain't a sponsored video, so no one get it twisted. And they've actually made Wilfried Zaha the favourite to join Chelsea right now. Now you might be thinking, Nini, why are you telling us this? Are you really resorting to giving us news made from betting sites? Now you guys, keep it down a tiny bit, of course, I'm not doing that. This links in with some exclusive stuff I have been hearing in regards to Wilfried Zaha. Now, unfortunately, I don't have too much context in regards to the situation just yet. Hopefully I get some more. But what I'm hearing is that Chelsea are potentially offering Drinkwater plus cash for Wilfried Zaha. Now, that's all I know to this story right now. But of course, I can make some educated opinions on what I've been hearing. Now, it's natural that clubs are going to target multiple players for different positions. We know how football works. It happens all the time. Now, maybe Chelsea are looking at potential contingency plans in case anything happens. Let's not forget, you guys, we do need to sell quite a few players as well. Drinkwater is one of the favourites to leave as well. He's not very happy at Chelsea right now. And ironically, of course, it came out today that Crystal Palace are looking at Danny Drinkwater. So it does make some sense here. Now, Crystal Palace have put a 70 million transfer value over Zaha's head. And of course, Chelsea and Tottenham and all the clubs interested aren't going to be paying that type of money for Zaha. I mean, 70 million is an incredible amount of money. But again, I see it as a killing two birds with one stone. Offering Drinkwater plus cash does make sense. And he is a very good player. I felt personally Zaha can be playing at a high level. He can play centrally, he can play on the left, and he can play on the right as well. And he really developed his reputation, and he showed that he's one of the most dangerous players in the Premier League. I mean, how many times did he score a match-winning goal for Crystal Palace? And look at his end products as well. He plays the right passes all the time, and he's very versatile. So I can understand why Chelsea would be looking towards him. That doesn't mean that we've given up looking at guys like Bailey and potentially Dembele, even though there's nothing official linking Chelsea with Dembele just yet. But that's not stopping us looking at other targets. But it's getting towards the end of crunch time right now. The window is going to end pretty soon, so it makes sense. And we know how Chelsea like to do business. They like to put their eggs in every basket. So I can see why they're looking towards Zaha. And who knows, let's say if Bailey, for example, never came, Zaha, I think, would be a good replacement, I must be honest. But in the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions on this story. How do you feel about Zaha potentially being a Chelsea player? How do you feel about this deal as well, if it does go through? You guys remember what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's become the #1 target for Chelsea right now. It's natural, it's business, it's how football works. You're going to make inquiries and offers to tons of players. And that's how you then start to target, okay, we know we can get X and Y for this guy. We know we can get X and Y for the other guy. This guy looks better than the other guy. We're going to focus towards him. And I don't see it being any different with Wilfried Zaha. Now for the second story, and this story is coming from The Guardian. They're stating that Chelsea are monitoring Milinkovic-Savic from Lazio. And what they're saying is that Chelsea will rival any bids made for Milinkovic-Savic. And what they're stating is Chelsea would view to make a bid if any rival made an official offer for Milinkovic-Savic. Chelsea see Milinkovic-Savic as someone that has the potential to be another focal point for the team, just like Eden Hazard is for this current team. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions, and to be honest, it's another guy that does play in a position that Golovin would have played in. But I'll give you guys some interesting news I've heard about Golovin. Now, what I was even hearing was that Golovin would have potentially been a player used for the forward position, so either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, etc, etc. He wasn't seen as someone for the midfield position. Now, that's all I'm hearing currently right now, and who knows, maybe this could explain why Golovin is potentially looking at Monaco over Chelsea. But getting back to Milinkovic-Savic and giving my thoughts and opinions, well, I think he's a good player. Do I think he's worth the potential 100 million he might cost? I'm not too sure, you guys. I personally feel that we can survive easily if we use Ruben and Barkley in the team for this season. I think that they do complement playing in that midfield role very well. On top of that as well, when he plays for Lazio, he does play on the left-hand side of their midfield three. They do like to use a 5-3-2 system. And in that system, he got double digits when it came to goals. And I think he got close to getting double digits for assists as well. So he would be that natural box-to-box replacement on the left-hand side. And he's a great player on top of that. But I personally feel that now is time to develop Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Give Ross Barkley a chance. Now, I've been very harsh on Ross Barkley with good reason. You know, I'm always stressing that we need to separate application and end products. You know, too often we look at application and we don't care about the end products of a player. And yeah, I do sympathise with Ross Barkley. He has been injured for a long time. I think that he does complement playing in that role in midfield. It does suit his game style as well. And he could be someone to look at for the season. But again, with Milinkovic-Savic, I think he's a good player. I'll be honest, I'd rather be invested that money into a right winger and a centre forward, because I feel that's going to strengthen the team way more than signing someone for the left hand side of the midfield. I don't know, I kind of see it as like a case of diminishing returns. I personally feel the money we would spend on Milinkovic-Savic would do better in other areas of the first team. But still, you guys, how do you feel about Milinkovic-Savic reports? I don't think it would be impossible if he leaves. You know, Lazio just missed out on Champions League football on the final day of the season against Inter Milan, so I can imagine Lazio selling if they need to. The third story of the day is in regards to Rugani. Yes, the links keep intensifying, and what they're stating is a deal with Rugani and Chelsea is very close right now. It's believed that Chelsea's offer of 55 million euros, which is about 45 million pounds, is going to be deemed acceptable from Juventus. We know already that an agreement in principle has been made with Chelsea and Rugani in terms of a contract agreement and a wage agreement as well. Padula has reported that Marina herself has flown into Milan to try and finalise the deal, but she's also inquiring about Pjanic on top of that as well. Now, the reason for the delay with Juventus is down to the fact that they're not too sure about Caldara right now. If you guys don't know what's happening, there could be a potential move where Higuain could go to Milan and Bonucci could make a sensational return to Juventus, but Caldara is another player that's been offered in this deal as well. So it's natural that Juventus want to assess their options first. You know, Juventus won't sell Rugani if a replacement isn't going to be coming. One thing I can tell you guys is the fact that the main reason why Chelsea are looking into Rugani is the fact that he has played under Sarri before and he would quickly adapt to the system and the style. Now, this falls in nicely with my own personal opinions because, in my opinion, I don't understand why that's a good enough reason to spend £45 million on a defender I don't think we need at all. I'm sorry, you know, when Sarri took over at Napoli, guys like Albiol and Koulibaly and Kirikash and Maximovic, they never played Sarri ball before, but they learned how to play the system. Now, when you've got guys like Christensen, Luiz, Zuma and Rudiger, these guys are great technical defenders. There's no way in hell they couldn't quickly adapt what's needed from them. And again, you guys, you've got to realise, if you're spending this type of money on Rugani, that's effectively saying, yes, he is going to be a first team player. And I just don't understand why. You know, this guy, yes, he did very well at Empoli. He hasn't really done bits at Juventus. He hasn't really staked that claim. Of course, it was harder for him when Juventus moved to a back four in the end, but he wasn't able to force his way in the system, and I don't understand why this is a guy we're targeting at all. Now, you might be thinking, yes, Nini, think of the future when Luiz potentially goes, etc, etc. It's best to sign him now. I hear what you're saying, you guys, but let's not forget, we can exercise a buyback clause on Nathan Ake, and let's look at Ampadu as well. The guy's really blossoming, really developing as well. Let's see what Sheva Chalobah does as well. But as I'm saying, look at Ampadu. The guy's got very physical, he's got very big, he's a great defender. I don't see the benefit of Rugani in my personal opinion. I don't think he's an upgrade to the team. I think he's another option, but I don't think he's going to be an improvement in our defense. So it is pretty weird in my opinion. But you guys in the comment section below, do you guys share my thoughts and opinions? Do you think Rugani is a very pointless signing? But you guys, to end on the final story, and it looks like we're close to making our second signing of the season, and that is Rob Green from Huddersfield Town. Now, he has been released at the beginning of this month, and it's looking like Chelsea will be signing him to be the third choice goalkeeper, and there's a ton of sense in this deal, you guys. Of course, he takes up a homegrown position, freeing up space for an international player to take that position. You guys remember, we did let Eduardo go on loan to Vitesse, so that basically does free up the space for Rob Green. And let's not forget, we allowed Eduardo to join Vitesse on loan for the season, which does free up that space. And let's not forget, if you're a third choice goalkeeper, rarely do you get any type of game time. So it makes sense to fill that position with a homegrown player, because as I said, it does free up space in the squad for an international player to take over. And with Rob Green, he's a player that's been linked with us for a while, but as I'm saying, because Eduardo has been allowed to leave, it looks like that deal's finally going to be happening. Now, before anyone starts to get cynical, remember, it's a third choice goalkeeper. It makes sense. We need to have that position covered in case anything happens. You know, Rob Green is available on a free. It's a very easy deal. So honestly, it doesn't really bother me that much at all. But anyway, you guys, that's going to end today's Transfer Daily video. Please like, comment and subscribe. This Friday, 5 PM, I'm finally releasing this hype video I've been talking about for a very, very long time. It's coming out on Friday, 5 PM. You're going to love this video. I guarantee it. You guys, that's enough from me. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll see you guys later.